Okay, so session 3 with our lovely friend here, Rocket. So I just brought him out today, done a little bit of groundwork, probably about 10 minutes just to move him around, bit of desensitizing, saddled him, and now he's ready for his first proper riding session with me. So what are we going to do today? The ultimate aim is really to get him pretty responsive to our leg cues. Biggest thing for the girl is that when she asks him for the trot, he sort of he doesn't go, or he goes a bit too fast, and if she asks for the canter, he kicks out at her, or he just goes into a massive trot. So we've really got to establish and explain to this guy that when I slightly touch you with my legs, I just want you to go. When I make a clucking noise, I want you to go. Don't ignore that and be stubborn about moving out. Just relax and listen to that response. You'll get a nice release. As usual, I really don't know how far we're going to get, but that's the ultimate aim. So responsiveness to leg cues. So let's just get in. And this will most likely be either the last or one of the last sessions that I do with him before we give him back and maybe do a session with his rider. Depending on how this goes today. So just the getting on piece, same as we did yesterday, probably, or maybe a bit of a better frame so that you can see a little bit more of what's going on, because yesterday I was pretty bad with the camera. So trying to, let's see how the flexing goes today. That's beautiful. Remember yesterday he was all over the place. Whenever I bent his head a little bit, he was very stiff on my hand. Today I'm very surprised, pleasantly surprised, that he is much softer on my hand and a lot less willing to immediately move his feet if I bend his head and neck around with that bit in his mouth. Very nice. You give, I give. Same old story, bud. Same old story. Good. Again, still snapping his head back, still distracted. But this guy, honestly, what a nice horse. Of course, if I had 2 days to work with him, that would drive a certain approach with him. But to be honest with you, even if I had 20 years to work with him, I could constantly keep building and building and building with him on things to learn, to improve, all in the name of better communication. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Now you understand there's a release, huh? It's a question, right? I'm asking you a question and you're giving me the answer. You're a good boy. You know the answers now. Good job. Now, desensitizing, rubbing him a little bit. Make sure he's okay. Knows I'm not asking him to move. Let's put my foot in the stirrup, jump up and down a little bit. Bend his head towards me. Good boy. Good. So yesterday, as soon as I put my foot over him, he walked off, remember? And then we did 100 circles till he came to a stop. Today, just noticing these little differences. Today he hasn't been motivated just to walk off, which tells me that there is an improvement in understanding. There we go. Good boy. He might move because he's off balance right now. And ideally what I would like is for the head and neck to be a bit lower when he's flexing, so his head and neck is not so high while he's flexing. But again, if you just keep doing this, just Keep repeating every time you're standing still, every time you get on him. His head starts to get much, much lower. Not that that's what we're looking for, but it's an indication as to the mental state of the horse. Okay, as we're doing this, tell you a little bit about the plan. After all the initial stuff that we're going to do, and how are we going to actually get him to understand these leg cues? It's going to be very similar to the same principle that we used with the round penning. So remember, and with the flexing and with anything else that we do. I'm going to add a little bit of pressure as a suggestion, and then I'm going to increase that pressure in different ways until I get the response that I want, and then he's going to get that release. And then once we've established that he understands what I mean and he's not responding quick enough to my leg cues, that's where I'm going to start to use my Mikati reins a little bit. Because the cool thing about this is I've got this bit of rope here that I can also use as a little bit of a spanker. So what's going to happen is I'm going to squeeze my legs and I'm going to cluck cluck, and then I'm going to wiggle my spanker, and then I might tap him with it, and if he's really belligerent I might whack him with it. But I don't know, let's see where we get to. Okay, so now that he's flexing without moving his legs, now this is a perfect opportunity to show him that me touching him with his legs, with my legs, means move. You see after that flexing where his head went down. That was very nice. Very nice, boy. Good. Breathe out. This is what you need, buddy. You need your head and neck to go down so you can breathe. That's it. Good job. So, change of plans. I'm going to wait a little bit. Since he's very chilled and relaxed, I'm going to take this opportunity to say yes. That's wonderful. I can move all over you, and it does not mean go. It doesn't mean that I have to hold you in place with my reins and stop you moving. There you go. But this whole time I'm moving, I'm not touching him with my legs. Okay, so I'm going to bend him to one side as a flex. Then I'm going to put one leg on, and then that's me asking him to move his hindquarters or move his legs. And then I'm going to remove my leg, wait for him to stop, which means that when I remove my leg, you don't need to keep going anymore. And then once you give me your nose and you stop your feet, I'm going to release with my hands. Okay, so here we go. We flex. Good. I'm going to put my leg on. Good. And then remove my leg and wait for him to come to a stop. Very nice. So that's a flex. Now the leg goes on. Good. Now the leg goes off. And he comes to a stop. He's soft on my hand. I release. It's very important. Again, there's another principle in that book, Stephen R. Covey, where he says, start with the end in mind. Now, what does that mean? It means I need to be absolutely clear on what it is that I'm looking for. Whether that's a movement, a feeling, a response, I need to be absolutely clear on what it is that I'm looking for before I even start. So I start with the end in mind. So my end is that he flexes, then he moves his hindquarters, and then he stops his hindquarters, and then he relaxes with his nose, and then he gets the release. That's what I'm looking for. You'll get your balance, bud. Don't worry. Flex without leg. Now leg. Good boy. Now release the leg. And now release the hand. Excellent. Hand. No, that was without leg, so I'm going to wait. Good. Now I'm going to put the leg on. And now release. So, okay, now that he's got the concept, I'm going to move his legs a little bit more because he's a bit off balance. He needs to find out where his legs are. figure out how to move in this tight little circle. I feel like I have to lean to the inside so he doesn't fall over. Good boy. Flex. Good boy, leg on. Good boy. Now we're going to let him walk out. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Every once in a while, pick up, leg on, yield. Once he yields, release. Ask him to walk off. Good. Leg on, yield, walk off. Hand, leg, yield, walk off. Hand, leg, leg, soft, soft on my hands, there, walk off. So even with this exercise, I need him to be soft on my hand and soft on my leg. And then that's where he gets his release. Soft on my hand, soft on my leg. Good boy. Good. The more you yield those hindquarters, the more relaxed you and I are going to be. Okay, pick up, hand, then leg. Look at his butt a little bit, then release it. Hand, leg. And in fact, there are other things that I'm doing here. It's hard to explain everything. But let's say that he's leaning to, there's some construction work going on in the background there. Now, whenever I get to that area, if I see that his attention goes to the left, for example, like that, I'm going to pick up and bend him to the right. Now I'm going to say everything that you just think of doing is the wrong idea. Every initiative you take is going to be the wrong idea. Whoops, whoop, whoop, whoop. Here you got to be a bit careful. Bit careful. Easy. Keep your shoulders up. That's it. There we go. Anything you come up with is wrong. So you went left, I'm going to take you right. And you might be asking yourself, well, why would you want to do that? Simple. Because there has to be one of us is in charge. I'm going to give him freedom at some point, you know. But initially when we're getting him to figure things out, he needs to understand that anything he initiates by himself takes his attention away from me, he looks at whatever, it's all wrong. Just wait and listen. That's it. So this might take a few minutes. And like I said, I'm past the stage of trying to make it interesting for our viewers. This is what you would be going through. Good boy. If you are trying to work with your own horse, train somebody's horse, fix some issues. So there's head and neck go. Okay, I'll let him off there. Scratch him a little bit, make him feel good. Here he's pretty spooky, or at least paying attention to what's going on over there. And don't worry, buddy, I would feel the same too if I was a horse. Bend, bend, good boy. Bend. Bend. Good boy. It's very clumsy bending and yielding there. Very clumsy. Whoa. So I'm going to take my legs off and just hold. I'm going to ask him to come to a stop. Good. So now is where the actual lesson is going to start to come in. Now, my legs are off him. He moved, okay, so I'm going to stop him. Tell him to wait. Okay. He's moved. I'm going to tell him to wait. He's getting impatient. There you go. Just relax. So he's thinking we have to move. I have to break that mental state and say no, we just have to stand still. So the way we're going to do this is my legs are off. 3 cues. It's going to be touch him with my legs and hold, then cluck cluck, and then I'm going to increase the pressure, whatever it is. A stronger cluck, a raise of the hand, stronger pressure with my legs. But the initial couple of phases is touch and cluck. As soon as he moves, I'm going to release. Nope, didn't even ask for it yet. Wait, 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 wait. Don't be impatient. Wait, wait. You wait. That's it, buddy. You wait. 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 Nope. Getting frustrated. Nope. Wait, buddy. If you want to move, let's move. You're going to make what you think is nice and easy, your idea, a little bit difficult for you. Something's spooking them over there. No. If you want to move, we can move in a circle. If you want to stand still, that's going to be much appreciated. So I'm going to take a mental note of that. Over there, there's something spooking him. Maybe it's the cat, maybe it's something. But once we start working him a little bit, I'm going to try to stop him over there, work him over here. Anyway, so it's going to be squeeze, cluck, and then go. Squeeze, release. Then I'm going to leave him alone. Let him know that was perfect. I'm not going to say left or right or anything. And the idea here is, it's a couple of things. Number one, it's that cue to go. But number two is I don't want to have to keep nagging him with my leg to make that mean keep going. So I'm going to leave him alone until he stops or he thinks of stopping. And if he does, I'm going to just ask him to go again with my legs. And if he just carries on walking, that's a good thing until I ask him to do something else. Okay, and I'm going to ask him to stop, pick up on one rein, just gently, 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 and work, almost massage that rein until he understands that he just has to, no, don't move off, don't move off, there we go, don't move off, so it's consistent, there we go. Boy. Okay, now I'm going to ask him to go. Release. Hopefully you guys were able to see that. Ask and release. Anywhere he wants to go. Anywhere he wants to go. As long as he continues to walk, then I'm okay with everything. So here it stops, I ask him to move. So the only time he feels any kind of pressure is when I'm asking him a question or suggesting something to him. If he's doing the right thing, I'm not going to bother him. I'm not going to be asking him to do things. I'll leave him alone. Really got to work on my riding posture. It's very bad, isn't it? You can feel good in this area here, maybe. Release. Okay, so we're going to change this up a little bit because we do need to make a bit of progress with this guy. So what I'm going to do now is, in the walk, I'm going to ask him to trot, same cues, squeeze, cluck, and then potentially spank. And then I'm going to bring him back down into a walk the way we were doing it in the lunging on the first day, which was yielding his hindquarters a little bit. As soon as he yields and comes back to a walk, I'll release. So let's see. Squeeze. Good. And then we're going to yield. Good boy. Squeeze. Good. Man, this is a massive trot. No way I can sit that. So this is a good response. Good boy. No way on earth can I sit that. I need to be a much better rider. And this is kind of good motivation for you guys if you're not the world's best rider in the world. Squeeze. Okay, just yield. There. Good boy. So we're just getting that cue, right? That cue is when I squeeze, you go. Okay, bend very gently, massage it. There we go. Squeeze. Good. That's a nice response, bud. So as you can see, I'm moving all over him. Oy. Moving all over. Not really staying quiet on him, but I'm not touching him with my legs. So here, didn't say left or right, I just said move, and then he figured it out. Ask him to trot. Ask him to yield. Good, release. Ask him to trot. Ask him to yield. Good boy. Ask him to trot. Ask him to yield. Good. Ask him to trot. Over here, you're gonna feel good. So he stopped by himself there. It's a very, very gentle touch with my legs, and then a little bit of a cluck. He's actually not doing so bad. Hope he doesn't. Good. And that's normal. You find that your horse is drawn towards somewhere in the arena. Most likely a gate. But I'm going to leave him alone until he makes a mistake. And cluck cluck. Cluck cluck. Try to sit his trot and try to rub all over the place. My apologies to all the good riders out there, but he's not easy. So I'm going to set a timer now. Because that cue is pretty good. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes so I don't get too carried away. 10 minutes to work on everything we need to work on at the trot. Just work a little bit on left and right. Not a very well balanced horse. That's not his fault. Endurance riding is mainly going straight. So he doesn't really know how to hold himself, how to bend and turn. A bit of a hop here. Yield. Trot. Do not give me attitude. Let's see what happens if I make contact with his mouth. This is how she's going to be riding him probably. So he obviously doesn't know how to give vertically. Fine, doesn't matter. Can't work on everything. Do the best we can. Yield. That's it. Trot. Yield. Yield. Good boy. Yield. 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 Good boy. Yeah, he's still got, I don't know, something. When I ask him for that trot, I don't want to say it's attitude or resistance, but it's a bit of a hop into the trot instead of just pick up the trot. So I'm hoping that that problem sorts itself out once we go into transitions from the walk to the canter. Good boy, now he's starting to rate my seat a little bit. When I stop riding, he stops or he slows down. Assalamu alaikum. Riding. Didn't listen there. Trot. Yield. Yield. Bend. Trot. Now, if you're asking myself, well, I ride in a Western, in an English saddle, and I don't have this rope that you potentially are going to use to tap him with, what can I do? You don't need the rope. You can use your hands, just increase pressure in a way that makes him feel, oh, pressure is increasing there. So it could be a dressage whip where you tap him, it could be your hand where you slap your leg, you can make a different noise. The most important thing is that the pressure keeps building until he gives you what you want. So be creative. Take the principle and then use it to think through situations and what you would do. And and got a minute left. So I'm conscious of the fact that I want him to stop and rest over here in this arena, which is where his attention is sort of focused because he's a bit worried. So there, he didn't listen to that one. Could have been that I had him on too much of a bend and he couldn't actually push off into a trot. Give him the benefit there. So here, straight. Good. That was an immediate response. Good boy. He stopped. So, just gonna get him there, and we're gonna relax in this corner right here. Oh, here's where you get to relax, bud. Nope. Oh. There you go. As long as he's standing here, I'm just going to leave him alone. Relax him. Let him chill. Rest. He wants to move. I'm going to get him to bend. We can use this as an opportunity to get a little bit more firm with him. Whoa. Let's see what he does there. Let's see what he does here. There we go. Here's where you're going to get to relax, bud. You got it? Sit. Sit here and chill. Good boy. Next bit's going to be a bit of hard work for you. You're going to canter for about 10 minutes. Should be interesting. While we're standing here, might as well just go back to working on the flexion a little bit without legs. There we go. Good boy. What an improvement from yesterday, though. Good boy. Let's see if we can get a little bit more from you today, huh? Now that you're just chilling. Starting to breathe a bit more. Good boy. Okay, find your balance. Find your balance. There. Find your balance on this side. Find it. Find your balance. There. That's excellent. All the way to my boot or my leg. Can you bend this side of your neck? Stretch it a little bit more. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Stretch. Stretch. There. Very nice. All right. So how are we going to do this canter cue? Should we go for the advanced method of outside leg on? Probably. Because we do want to try to get them to be as easy as possible to ride in the quickest time for the girl. But I can for sure change the sound from a cluck cluck to a kiss kiss. So kiss kiss should mean canter. Right. So we're gonna cluck cluck, ask him to trot, and then kiss kiss, ask him to canter. Good boy. Then gonna bring him back down. Good. So you could tell there, I did all sorts of things just to increase that pressure. Now kiss kiss. Good boy. He's on the wrong lead. Doesn't matter as long as he goes when I kiss kiss. It's good enough for me. Good boy. Oh. Okay. Wrong lead. As long as you go. Good boy. Probably the most beautiful canter ever in my life. That is a gift. That is a gift. MashaAllah. That is a beautiful reward for me. You know that? Gonna let him rest there. Relax, bud. Because that was amazing. That is exactly what I want from you. I kiss kiss, you go, we canter a little bit, and you're gonna get a nice release. Good boy. Stand. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, that makes up for the trot. Okay, yield him gently into a walk. Gonna go the other way this time. Good boy. Yield him. Good. So a little bit of an attitude. Didn't ask you to stop, did I? Wrong lead. Slow him down here. Wrong lead. Slow him down here. Good boy. Slow down, yield, and you can yield into the fence as well. No big deal. Okay, let's ask him for the canter to the right. Good boy. Let's ask him canter to the left. Nope, wrong way. Good boy. Canter. Good boy. Without the need to kiss there. Good boy. Easy. So that was an increase of pressure from my side. I'm gonna go back. Good boy. Good boy. We've actually done the breakthrough already. It's done. This is now just reinforcement and practice. He knows that, I know that. Easy. Good boy. Good. So I can also speed him up in that canter, which is good. Not too much drama. field, canter. Wrong lead, I'll let him figure it out. Gonna let him figure it out. Good. Not too much guidance from me there. Just asked for him to canter again after he broke gate because he was on the wrong lead. It was uncomfortable for him. As soon as he broke gate, I just asked him for that canter again. He chose something a little bit more comfortable for him, which is the correct lead. In this case, being left. Boy. Easy. I like that a lot. Just going to refine that a little bit now. And we are going to a canter. Make sure that he knows exactly what he's meant to be doing. Flex, please. Give. 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 I know you can do more than that now. So I'm not going to let you off. Nope. Give. Give. There. Flex. So here's how I'm going to do it. Squeeze, kiss, kiss. I'm going to use my reins this time to spank. Ready? Okay. Now that makes more of a sound than it gives him pain. It's not really pain, it's more of a sound. Increased pressure. Okay. Ready? Let's try that again. Try that again. And I am pulling on with two reins because we're not going to get to the level of self-carriage. So, and he's going to be ridden like this anyway, so we've got to do the best we can. Stand, 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 and good boy. Wrong lead. Again, he's going to break gate. He's going to break gate at some point. It's not so easy for him to canter like this. Figure it out, buddy. Might help him out. Break gate, go. Good. Now, let's stand still. Let's stand still. Let's stand still. Good boy. Let's stand still. Okay. And let's canter. Good boy. Whoa. Good boy, good boy, good boy. There you go. Stand still. And canter. A little bit lazy. So I go in for that spank with the reins. But you can also use a dressage whip if you like. Anything. Just increase that pressure to a point where he doesn't like it, so that you offer him that good deal with the kiss kiss and the touch. If he doesn't take it, you back it up. Good boy. That was a good deal and you took it. You took that offer. Easy. So good deal. Whoa. And let's walk. Enough of that. No. Yield him. Yield him. Soften my hands. There we go. Good boy. And now, just to finish him off in the riding, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up on 2 reins and see if he can figure out how to give to the pressure. At least give him some kind of a concept that there is a release. I'll try to do it this way so you can see. As soon as he gives with his nose a little bit down, I'm going to release those reins. As soon as he gives. As soon as he gives. So I pick up gently and then I hold firmly so that he's creating all that tension in the rope, not me. He's pushing against the reins or against the bit rather than me pulling on the reins, if that makes sense. There. I don't know if you guys saw that. Rewind it. Go back to the motion. See the point where he actually gave and then the point that I released. Okay, this kind of gives me a little bit of hope that we can get somewhere. Just give with you. Just give. Even though his nose is down, I still feel him pulling. So I'm not going to release. He needs to come off my hands to really understand that there's a release, that you can get the right answer. Right now, there. I can start to play with a little bit. There. Just a little bit of a jiggle. Tiny bit of left and right. Tiny little bit of left and right. Massage, massage. There. When I say there, that's when I'm actually just giving back to him, because I feel like he gave to me. So I immediately give back to him. There. 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 Pick up so gently, and then just, there we go. Hold a little bit firmer. Pick up gently. Hold. There. Okay, now we're going to get more opportunities to show you that release. Well done, because he's starting to figure it out. Good. Pick up. So gently. Hold. There. You can even release like this initially. Watch. There. Just drop the reins, so that it really gets the message that if you give, I will give much more. What a great relationship. It's all about giving to each other. There we go. It's absolutely phenomenal progress in one tiny session with you. Well done. Still busy. There we go. Even though it's not pretty and it's not perfect, any means, it doesn't matter. You really have to start somewhere. And that somewhere is just by teaching the concept. Like, if you pull against me, you don't get any release. If you yield to me, you get a nice release. That concept on everything that we do needs to be consistent. And then say he can do one step today, off my hands, holding his nose in the right place. Then maybe tomorrow we'll ask for 2. And guess what? 3 weeks down the line, he would be able to trot and canter fully collected without pulling on your reins or fighting against you or resisting it, because there's no confusion. He understands what it means. He knows what he's meant to be doing. He's very respectful and he's very trusting. He knows I'm not going to hurt him. So therefore, he becomes an educated horse, a confident horse. He knows the answers to everything, and there's no fear involved. There we go. Now it's getting quicker. He's given a lot quicker. He's given a lot quicker. There. 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 Whoa. See? Just have a look at him giving and me just holding. So I'm going to hold here and he can give to himself. There, like that. So I'm going to use these 2 reins now to stop him. Very good. I'm going to use these 2 reins to stop him. This time I'm not going to drop my reins. I'm just going to release it like that. Good. Nope. Give. Good. There. Good. So he's twisting his head upside down, but as long as he understands that he can get away from that pressure, that's the initial concept. Let's see if we can get him back up a couple of steps. There. There we go. Good boy. So let's get that pressure off my hands first. Drop your head. There. And now give me 1 step back. There. Oh. Just turn you this way so people can see. So there's off my hands. Good. Now let's take that step back. Good. Again, I release at him taking or initiating that first step. Good boy. Good. And we get off there. That was a wonderful session. But guess what? We're not quite finished yet. We still have those back legs to make sure that we constantly working on desensitizing those back legs. Good boy. Good. So I'm going to keep throwing, 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 keep throwing. No matter what he does, keep throwing. Just keep his head and neck tipped towards me. So I'm going to have to keep throwing this at his back legs until he stops and stands still for a little bit, at least as an initial thing. We didn't do this with him yesterday. Yesterday we used the plastic bag. But this is a good time to test these areas when you've actually worked him, and now it's time to relax. Good. Good boy. See right here, didn't move. I'm going to release. There we go. So apply that pressure. Start with the end in mind. What do I want? I want him just to stand still and ignore it. So once he stands still and he ignores it, that's when I'm going to stop. That is when I'm going to stop. Good boy. He's starting to understand I mean no harm, right? Good boy. See? There we go. Good job. No, no need. No need. No need. Good boy. Chew and lick your lips. Now he's got his hind leg cocked. Good boy. Let's try this side. Good boy. And I even don't mind if you pretend that you're relaxed. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. It's almost like this guy needs a little bit of extra reassurance that he's on the right track, just by giving him a bit of a stroke. He understands. Now look at that. Now that, there's no pretending there, is there? Hey, Rocket? No pretending there. That was beautiful. Can we try to get the same thing on this side, if you don't mind? That would be wonderful if we could get the same deal on this side, where you don't, not only do you not feel like you can just stand still, but the fact that you get you to the point where you actually enjoy it. Good boy. Good boy. See why Mikati reins are so good for training horses? Very versatile. Excellent. Well done, buddy. You can use it to desensitize, you can use it to move your horse, you can use it to tie your horse, you can use it to motivate your horse when you're under saddle. Excellent. Good boy. And finally, let's not be lazy. Let's finish with desensitizing with this plastic bag. So this is the area he doesn't like. This is the area that we focus on. Just go back to the video yesterday and see how this started out. If you want to see how quickly these horses can be worked with and how quickly they understand, just go back and see what his initial response to this kind of pressure was yesterday. Honestly, guys, I really hope that you're getting a lot of value from this. I know I've been reading through some of the old comments on the videos because I haven't been on YouTube for quite some time, and it's surprising how many people actually appreciate what we do. So honestly, thanks for tagging along. I think we're at a stage where I would be happy maybe if I did 5 minutes or 10 minutes on him before the owner gets on him, just so that I can feel him and also explain to her what it is that I'm going to be asking her to do, so she can see it before she does it. And hopefully she'll allow me to do that on camera, and we'll do a little bit of an interview with her, see what she thinks. So great. End of session. Good boy. Gonna unsaddle him now and just let him, hopefully he'll roll. It would be wonderful if he did. And then I'm gonna go shower him. I'm gonna tie him up for at least half an hour. It's always, I've heard, good to tie your horses up and make them stand for a while after you do these sessions, so that he doesn't sort of do the session, get the saddle off, get a shower and go home, and then he's thinking about something completely different. It's good to have him stand there doing nothing, not having any distractions, and allowing all of that work that we just did hopefully to sink in. Good boy, eh? Can we try to lower the head? Can we? Good boy. Can we lower? Can we lower? No. Come on, I'm letting you be on top. Come on, come here. Can you lower? Lower the head. Lower the head. Dig. Dig. Now this, what you're seeing, is arrogance from my side. I should not have started this. Because now if he turns around and walks off, I can't really correct that. Good boy. Head down. Good boy. And now I'm gonna leave him instead of him leave me. Just like that. Always feeling good after these sessions.